Good morning everyone and welcome to EduTV News. I'm your host Daaniyah Yusuf and today we're diving into something that's all about who we are at the core, celebrating personal growth, emphasizing the importance of self-expression through an incredible power we often overlook, our native language. Ever thought about how the words we speak shape the way we see ourselves? Well, buckle up because today we're exploring how our language doesn't just define us, it connects us to the world. First, let's explore the role of native languages in shaping our identity. Your native language is like the bedrock beneath a building. Without it, no matter how fancy the exterior, the structure feels unstable. Take Makassar, for instance. The local slang isn't just a way to talk, it's a way to laugh, to bond, and to belong. Like a distinct flavor that makes every exchange feel deeply personal, as it aligns the way we speak and the way we think. And let's face it, some things just don't feel right when you say them in our language. You know that feeling when the humor or meaning doesn't quite come through in the translation? I mean, you can't exactly yell "Lawalaski" with the same energy in English, can you? However, in today's globalized world, challenges emerge, as native languages face an era dominated by English and Bahasa Indonesia, taking over not just classrooms and workplaces, but also social media feeds. Many of our native tongues are starting to feel like forgotten treasures, cherished but slowly gathering dust. Fun fact, Indonesia is one of the most linguistically diverse countries in the world, with over 700 languages spoken. Shockingly, UNESCO has listed hundreds of these regional languages as in danger, or fading dialects threaten to erase entire cultural legacies. Nevertheless, trying to preserve a language without effort is like trying to sail without wind. It won't take you far. This emotional connection is an example of how language makes us feel at home, shaping our bond with culture and the people around us. For me, returning to Makassar and switching to the local slang feels like wrapping up in a cozy blanket after a cold day. It's instantly comforting, familiar, and just feels right. It's not just the words, but little things, like hearing your culture in the way you say hello or share a joke. You cannot really crack a joke in Buginese without a special rhythm. Trust me, I've tried, and the punchline just falls flat in other languages. It's like serving pisang hijau without the syrup. Not bad, but definitely not the same. I remember as a kid, my parents didn't think much about teaching me Buginese. But as I grew older, I began to realize the void it left. The frustration of understanding only bits and pieces of conversation, especially when I yearn for the wisdom and connection those words could offer, is devastating. And it's not just my story. Countless people across Indonesia feel most themselves when speaking in their native language. It's more than communication. It's a bridge to who we are and a link to our cultural heritage. The good news, folks, is that current trends are shifting narrative. A growing movement is working to save our native language from becoming ancient relics. Beyond youth-led campaigns to revive classic sayings, people are using innovative apps. Apparently, Google Translate can handle the vibe to keep these languages and their precious dialects alive. In social media, it's no longer just for dance challenges, it's become a hub for cultural revival. On TikTok and Instagram Reels, people are trying their best to translate Makassar proverbs. And trust me, the real learning happens in the comment section. Plus, those hilarious videos where grandparents teach their grandkids local phrases, heartwarming and funny all at once. These efforts remind us that native language aren't just distilled memories. They're living, breathing, and constantly evolving, like a viral trend that refuses to fade. They connect generations, keep the stories that define us alive, and make sure our cultural legacies keep growing. Now let's be honest, who doesn't want their story to go viral? So, think of your native language like cherished family recipes. It's not just meant to sit on a shelf, it's meant to be passed down, shared, and kept alive across generations. In the end, it's all about preserving the stories, the culture, and the identity that shapes who we are. And that's something we can all get behind. After all, in a world where everything's becoming one size fits all, don't forget the little things that make you, you. Speak your native language, share your stories, and keep that culture alive. That's all for today's news update. I'm Daaniyah Yusuf. Thanks for tuning in to EduTV News. And remember, the words we use often carry more significance than we realize. Sampai jumpa, or as we say back home, salam.